Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad that you stopped by. And if you've been here before, welcome back. All right, so you guys know I am on a never-ending quest for finding the perfect foundation match. And today I am bringing to you another shade, yes, I know, in the MAKIAGE, but this time in 165. Okay, so this is about like my third video doing a shade in MAKIAGE. So I've done the 155, the 175, and today I'm doing the 165. The biggest difference is that 165 falls under the pink undertone and the 155 and 175 fall under the yellow undertone. Now I can assure you guys I am more yellow undertone than red or pink undertone for sure. But I do notice that when I'm in the sun for a length of time that I feel like it does bring out red tones that I don't typically see. And that's why I thought that it would be fitting for me to try the MAKIAGE 165 while on vacation. So I'm just leaning in so you guys can see the tones on my forehead, the difference between like my cheeks, any hyperpigmentation from like previous acne and so forth, so that when I apply it, you can see how much it covered. But do know that MAKIAGE, you can get a buildable foundation and to apply how much you want and so forth. Look at those views, guys. But anyways, so finding the perfect match can feel like a moving target. I really do feel that we should have like a set of ranges of foundation shades that work for us, because I really do believe that we aren't 100%, one undertone, more or less, we're going to be more to one side than the other, but I do feel like there is a mix sometimes. And I feel like certain things and factors do bring that out. And maybe this is why, different ones have worked for me over time. So I just wanted to share that. I think it's important because some of you guys look at my video, especially the 155 one, and you're just like, oh, I think I'm going to get that shade because they match me to it. And now that I see you, I feel like we're the same shade. So I just want to say it really depends on a couple of things for me. When I did the 155, I was kind of like indoors. It was like around December 2020 and it was cold, so I was at my lightest point, right? That's when I had filmed it. And then when I did the 175, it was like, it was in the summertime, but I do feel like it's still a tad bit darker than me even in the summer. So like I had made the video comparing NARS Caracas to MAKIAGE 175, saying that they are like literally interchangeable because they look alike. And I did a side-by-side video. One half of my face was one and the other was the other. You really couldn't tell a difference. So I was basically saying if you have, NARS Caracas, it's a safe bet to go ahead and get the MAKIAGE 175 and vice versa. The only thing that I did notice is that MAKIAGE tends to oxidize a little bit more than other foundations. So after some time and hours went by, the MAKIAGE 175 did look a little darker, just barely though, than the NARS Caracas, but you really couldn't tell. And obviously you're not going to go out with the face one half of one brand and one half the other. But if I were to do my whole face in MAKIAGE 175, I don't think most people would notice. The only question would be like, how is it blending with my neck? That would be my only concern. But check out that video if you do have time. You guys are going to see exactly what I meant. Now, don't judge a girl for using her hands and fingers to blend this makeup out. I literally forgot to bring a beauty blender or a brush on this trip. But what I didn't forget to bring was this MAKIAGE 165 because I really want to give it a try, knowing how my skin, tone is affected in the sun. So anyways, on the MAKIAGE website, they have 4 different categories. They have light, medium, tan, and deep. I fall under the tan category, which has a range of shades from 135 to 190. Now, I know for a fact that I'm not going to be anything less than 155, which is that first video that I made on this channel. And 175 can work, but I really feel like I have to really be in the sun for a length of time for that to work for me. I probably honestly could have brought it on this trip because I feel like I do have that deeper tone now, and it probably would have worked, to be honest with you. That would have been a really good comparison, doing the 165 and 175 on this trip. But either way, anything higher than 175 would be too dark. Anything lower than 155 would be too light. Now, anything in between there, even with different tones, I think it just depends on a couple of factors. So, moral of the story, I did not see this plot twist coming with this pink undertone shade, because at one point 155 was giving, and right now 165 is giving. There's really no perfect match, because a perfect match, that can literally shift throughout the year. With that said, this is the perfect match right now.